Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Really good. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. Halfway through the week, so
Right.
yeah,
I'm back from
yeah.
flying. It was this was quite the trip. It was a busy trip, but I did I finally I brought my Cricket Joy with me on this trip. The Cricket Joy Extra that I purchased. Tried to figure it out, so I made sure it worked and got the setup on my app thing before I left, and then I literally packed it in my suitcase with a big huge stack of paper, and I cut. Oh gosh, I bet you I went through a half a room of paper cutting SVGs every night in the hotel room.
Awesome.
I was
Hey,
impressed I figured it out, so it gave me something to do.
yeah, and if you have that time and you're not out like, being able to do anything, then why not make the
No,
most of it? Yeah.
no, stuck in not the biggest town, so hey, it is what it is, you know?
Now, were you in Arkansas?
I was, yes,
Oh
yes,
boy.
yes. Yeah,
Okay.
yep.
Yep.
So, well, I'm glad to be back. We've got the chat is going crazy. Hello, everyone.
It is, yeah. Hello to Penny and Shirley. Cordelia, how are you, friend? And Sandy and Jim. Hey, Jim.
Jim,
Christy.
Christy,
Hi, Karen. And
Andrea, I see is in the house.
yeah,
Brenda, Melissa,
yep.
Kate,
If you don't
Jamie.
mind, I am going to take a moment
Okay.
to wish my sister Brenda in the chat a very happy birthday. Today is her birthday. So happy birthday, Brenda.
Happy birthday, Brenda. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Is she doing anything special besides? Well, she's watching us on her birthday.
She's watching
She's
us.
gotta have something better to do than
She
watch
worked.
us.
Well, she worked today. That's
Yeah.
when your birthday falls on a work day.
And we're adults, and you got commitments, and yeah,
Yeah.
true, very
Yep.
true.
Hi, Kara. Nice to see you. Hello, Luann.
Cindy, yep.
Hey, Cindy. Yeah. We got a
Well,
full house.
we do, and we have this is the first
Oh, and hello,
week.
Amanda.
Oh, she's popped in.
Our
Yep.
friend
No.
Amanda up in Salem. She was the first in the chat tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So we have a new way of doing well, we don't even really call them bundles anymore. We're just kind of doing featured products.
Yep.
So tonight is the first night. So if you guys are logged on and looking at the Men of Monroe, what used to be the bundle, you're going to see things are going to look slightly different from now on. And Walter and I are super excited of this new kind of system that all of us that do the lives are going to be doing it. So Candi's doing it, Sarah, myself, Walter and I from Men of Monroe. So it is not necessarily a bundle, but featured product. So Brutus Monroe is picking, and the team picks the product for us to feature. Walter and I don't pick the products anymore, which actually works out great because they just make sure we have it, and then we get more fun of a surprise for both of us. So you won't see as many products. You're going to see just a little handful of featured products. And then we will list every week any additional product on top of that we are using. So like if you're like, I want to do that whole card Walter's doing, we'll have everything listed on top of the featured products that we're using. So it is to your benefit moving forward if you are not a subscriber to be a subscriber because you will save 15% on these featured products moving forward. Otherwise, it'll just be a little bit like tonight is 3 products. It's the stamp set, the SVGs, and the washi sheet for $28.98 without the discount, and then you get 15% off. So you'll see a little bit smaller. We're hoping this works for you guys. Right? I mean, right? It wasn't that the deal, Walter. It was just more like they may
Yeah.
have some of it and they don't want all of it, and this is how we kind of got going.
Absolutely. Shawn and I also get really excited, and we realize that some of our bundles got to be a little expensive.
Yeah.
People may say, I don't need everything there. And so that's fair. That's a really fair point. This has really the customer in mind so that you can go ahead and get just the new product or whatever featured product we're using. And then you can see what we're using with it. And if you don't have it, you can add it in yourself. And if you're a subscriber, you'll get the 15% off.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So 3 products this evening. Just remember, everything Walter and I feature, we've been given for free to feature for you guys. So my affiliate link is listed in the comments. You can use that to purchase if you would like. No cost to you. I do get a little kickback on that. But yeah, just know that we've been given these products to show you our 2 differences on everything, and I find it even more exciting actually that they're telling us what to do, and then we just get to like create. So I think we'll get a little bit more variety too from
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Shall we head down and go over it?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Switch our view here. There we go.
Okay, so tonight we are featuring the new Scoop of the Season stamp set, which comes with 3 seasons basically. We have Valentines, so the late winter, early spring. We have Easter representing the spring, and then we have the beach balls featuring summer. And that comes with a really cute waffle cone and some great sentiments along with it. And what's nice about it this way is you can use the pieces combined with the cone, or you can use them individually. And some of these pieces are actually all 3 of them will make wonderful cards on their own, even without the cone. I mean, these hearts are perfect, not only for Valentine's Day, but for an anniversary card, a wedding card, just a general I love you. You have the Easter eggs, obviously more for Easter, but the beach balls, you can make so many summer cards with those. So really fun stamp set. The SVGs as well are a part of that featured product list. And then we also have the Summer Sprinkles washi strips that are a part of it as well tonight. And then Shawn and I each decided what products we want to go ahead and use along with these 3 products for our designs. Shawn, do you want to talk about yours and show your card?
Sure. So I am using the aubergine cardstock. Then I'm using the trellis, but not on the trellis die, garden trellis die, but not on my card. I'm using it to do something to my card, and you'll see what I mean by that. But I'm using that to do that. So I am actually going back to some old Easter stuff because I'm doing the eggs tonight. So I'm using the bunny background stamp, and I'm not going to have much left after tonight, but I had just enough of the Easter egg paper pad to do some paper with my card as well. And then where's the, can't remember the name of it. Hang on, what did I do with the actual packaging? I'm using the, I want to say it's the egg frame die. What's this? I can't remember this die. And
the fancy eggs, I think, or something.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm using the fancy egg die as well. So that's my add-ons for mine. And then my card is a fun fold. So I did the Easter egg with the cone, and then you've got the washi here splitting the paper down the middle, and then mine is a square card. So it's just an easel card. With my sentiment to hold it up, and then on the inside is where I put more paper, washi tape, and then you can see I've used that background stamp on the bottom there as well. So that is my card.
That is fabulous. You really are like a king of fun folds. You really
I got hooked on them a little while ago, and now it's just the paper pads throw me off, and I look to see what else I can do with the paper pads.
Yeah. Thank you, Sandi. Let us know. It's the Elegant Eggs die set.
There we go. Thank you. Yep.
Awesome. All right. I love that. Hello, April. Nice to see you joining us tonight. So I went ahead and added in, I decided to use the beach balls. And so I'm using, from just a month or 2 ago, the Summer Vibes slide stencil for a couple of elements in my card. I'm using the Mermaid Friends paper collection, also from a couple of months ago, not last month, month before, I think, or the month before that, for this. And then I always come back to a favorite, which is that Fallen Snow Glitter Glaze, because you can use it on everything. And so I decided to use those products. And my card is a shaker. And I have a fun beach ball shaker card. In the back, you'll see that I have the ink blended sky, some water. I have the sailboat from the stencil in there, as well as the sun, all framed by that really fun sun paper from the paper pack. And my shaker bits are actually made with a paper punch and leftover scraps of some of this paper. So instead of throwing those out, I can make my own shaker bits.
I'm a sucker for using up those scraps. I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, really fun shaker cards. So that's what we have planned for tonight.
Yep. All right. Really quick on my card. It's smaller than what you think. So it's actually a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 square card. So it's not very big, which means then, we've got 8 1/2 by 4 1/4. Wait, I better double check that one. Yeah, 8 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then my paper here needs to be 4-inch squares, basically, to create that border. Just so you have those measurements.
Nice. Hello, Ellen. Welcome in, my friend. So, Kate, I see your comment about the shaker card. I'm just quickly going to go over. I did a little bit of prep work because I have a lot of coloring and ink blending to do. So I made my shaker part in advance, the frame of it. And what I did this time, in my original card, I put my washi strip in on the card panel in the background. And then I realized that once I have my shaker bits in there, you can't really see it too well. So this time I took the washi strip and I put it down at the base of the frame, and that kind of acts as my beach sand. And so I cut out my my frame, the paper for that. Then I used a rectangular die to cut out the window. On the back, I put some double-sided foam tape strips down, put the acetate for the shaker window. Then I put more double-sided foam tape strips around it so that there's a little dimension there. And of course, those double-sided on the inside is what will keep those shaker bits from exiting and going all over the place. So that's just a really quick and easy way to make the shaker frame like that.
Last time we talked about shakers, and I said I hadn't made a shaker before and stuff. I've gotten, when I went shopping with Sandy, to that local place, I bought shaker stuff to make shaker cards. I have not done it yet, but I need to. That is the next kind of thing I need to try.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is the shaker.
Yep. You know, it's funny where I'm not I'll make shaker cards. They're not my favorite, but I do like what they call like cards in motion cards. A shaker's one example, but I find it fun to try some of the other ones. Just because any kind of a card that moves, like I love a good slider.
You're talking card, not like a beef slider. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Well, hey, I wouldn't say no to a burger slider or a buffalo chicken slider, a pulled pork slider. I'd say yes to any of those.
Just clarify.
Yeah. But yes, a slider card.
I don't know why. Every single time stuff just reverts back to food. No matter, well, in this group it's either food or a song, I think.
Sandy, I also have the Brutus Monroe shaker pouches. And honestly, I should have used one tonight. And I didn't even think about it until you mentioned it. So, yeah, that's a good point. I should have used it, but I already have my window made, so I may as well go with it. The really nice thing, if you go onto the website and you check out the Brutus Monroe shaker pouches, they make it easy because you put your shaker bits inside of a pouch, you seal it so they can't get out, and then you adhere it down, and it's pretty flat. It's not extremely thick. And it does make that shaker window a lot easier. So they're really, really fun to use. So highly recommend those if you'd like to go onto the website and check them out.
I think somebody has mentioned those before too. I have gone on to check them out. I just haven't gotten that far.
Yep. Oh, thank you, Penny. So Penny has added the shaker pouches to the collection page if you'd like to find them. Yes, Melissa, I agree. Interactive cards are a lot of fun. I agree. Where did I put my? There's my stencil.
They challenge the construction process a little bit sometimes, but that's okay.
Yep. I'm just going to dry this blue oxide ink before I blend on the rest in the back. I'll be back in a second.
So I just did my 4x4 squares, cut them diagonal, and then I'm just taking a little sliver off so I can keep my border. Because I just want to use my aubergine as my border for this card. And I'm not creating a matte border in addition to. When I was making this to begin with, I'm like, yeah, no, we're not doing mattes. That's just too much math to try to figure out at this point.
Oh, Shawn, look at Sandi taking care of you. She said that there are 2 pouches in your goodie bag from her.
Oh, I saw those today, and I thought they were like, oh, well, good to know, because I didn't actually look at them before I went to work quick. I saw them, but I thought they were like those little goodie bags that were in that one collection. Well, there you go. Now I've definitely got to try a shaker.
So nice of you.
Oh my gosh, she gives me so much. We have now gotten in the habit of that we live so close, so we're constantly like, "Did you get this? Can I have it? Can I try it? Did you get this? I can have the." Yeah, we're exchanging stuff all the time, which is actually kind of fun.
I love that. I really like, it's funny that you say that, because Melissa, Christy, Francie, and I do that a lot by sending things in the mail to each other and sharing. But I wish I had someone like locally that was a crafter that I could do the same with.
Well, it is somewhat dangerous because, I mean, she literally is pretty much on my way to work. So we're constantly exchanging stuff. Or then she's like, "You should try this, Shawn." And then before she's a good spender of other people's money at the same time.
She's an enabler.
Oh, she's constantly sending me stuff from the Brutus Monroe site and other sites going, "Did you see this? You should get this. Look at this is on sale." I'm getting like, yeah, total.
Oh
enabler.
My goodness. Well,
Hey, I've got some great new products to try from her though that I didn't know what they were and stuff before. So I mean,
awesome.
Yeah.
Shirley, I don't remember if I said hello to you earlier. So if I didn't, hello, Shirley.
I don't think I said Shirley or Ellen. So hello to both of you.
Hope you're well, my friend. The trickiest part of this stencil is this little pole for the sails in the middle. And of course, I didn't save my detail brush for that. I saved it for the sails. Go figure.
Yeah, right.
But that is okay, because I have a little, it kind of gets blocked by the cone to a certain extent. So I figure as long as there's an indication that it's there, I'm good.
Hey, gotta have stuff to hide stuff too.
Yeah, it's not the main feature of the card, so.
So my washi, I am just using to cover the seam of my 2 corner pieces. And I just ran it right to the edge. I didn't worry about following my line. So it's just calling out my washi, sure. But it was easier to just do it this way than try to measure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, Cordelia. I think I know who you speak of, and yes.
Oh, the guilt. I can feel it. Yeah, and I can't find time to get back. I was supposed to go back this last week, and then I had to work. So now I'm just trying to find the time to get back.
Let's see. Then you're going to see me use a white gel pen twice tonight. Once now, which is just to add in some little indications of water. Just so it looks like there is a water line there, and just to make it give the effect that it's flowing, that it's not still. And this is just me and the fact that I love little details in cards. Because to me, little details are really what just elevate a project. You don't necessarily need them, but when they're there, it's like, oh yeah, that really it just makes it more cohesive.
Well, and then
So
it's also like when the recipient gets a card and they just keep looking at it and find more things. That's what's fun too.
yep, absolutely.
You know?
And I realize that there's a little spot in my sky that I'm just going to blend over a bit. There we go. Got rid of that.
All right, we'll see how good Shawn has learned from watching Candi's video of how to do these SVGs.
Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. And I'm going to move on to coloring my beach balls and my cone. I like that I have been doing a lot of coloring lately.
I feel like I have too, between either watercoloring or colored pencils. I feel like I've done so much lately. And no particular reason. I feel like it's kind of sometimes just the stamp sets kind of forced it a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Ellen, so I'll cover my eyes if you don't want me to see you use that gel pen, just if it will make you feel better. What I'm not sure what that means, Ellen. Do you not like gel pens?
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
If that's the case, I hope you don't judge me for using them because I use gel pens a lot.
Come on. I got the stick going here.
I especially love to use gel pens when I'm adding details onto flowers and onto petals.
I was just making a card where I've seen, where people use them to make the highlight.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm going to be using it for on my beach balls.
All right, we're going to try this a second time. I got off just a tiny bit.
Oh, okay, Ellen, I got it. I got it. Yes. Jim said you may need some WD-40 for your Misty door.
It's between my Misty door and my chair. Yes, I do.
Now, since
it's not that old of a Misty either.
Oh, I'm not extremely worried about staying in the lines tonight as I color these things because I'm not going to be using the SVG file, but I am going to be fussy cutting it. So if I go a little outside the line, I'm really not worried about it.
I tried my SVG, but you can still, that's a second attempt, and I'm still lining up was off a little bit, so I'll just fussy cut that side off, actually.
Ah.
And I have to just step off camera and grab my colored pencils.
Ah, good. I'm happy to hear that, Ellen. I love gel pens. I use them quite a bit. Okay, going into my beach balls. Oh, that's a great idea, Cindy.
Oh yeah.
Shawn's inspired me. I based on his recommendation, and if I know Francie's not here in the chat. If she was, she would kill me if I didn't mention her. So Shawn, as well as Francie, I ordered some Gamsol to try colored pencils and Gamsol. I just haven't gotten around to doing it just yet, though. So, but I will. But I will.
What color pencils do you have?
I have the Prisma, and I also have the Altenew Woodless.
Okay.
And I have the Tim Holtz Woodless.
Oh, so you got a couple sets at least.
I do, yeah. Yep.
I love my Gamsol and colored pencils. It's such an easy medium that if you're just not sure, and it's something that I actually just find it really relaxing to get them out too, and just color.
Yeah. Well, and you know what I do with the Tim Holtz ones? Mine are, if you saw my containers of them, they're a mess because I don't even take them out in color. I basically watercolor with them.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just take my wet brush and put them right over each of the individual pencils, if you will, in the case. And they're a bit of a mess, but they work just fine. Yeah, Cordelia, I look forward to trying that. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Glad to see you here too. We are playing around with the featured product this week, which is the Scoop of the Season stamp set and coordinating SVG set and the Sprinkle washi sheets. And then Shawn and I went ahead and added in some of our own favorites to go ahead and complete our project.
Adding our twist, as usual.
Yeah.
So I'm using the Prismacolor colored pencils. I like the softness of the wax on these for the Gamsol. And knowing I'm going to Gamsol these, I'm just going around my edge and then kind of scribbling in the middle because I'm going to smooth this out. And then I'll go back through and retrace the edge just to make it pop out. Yeah, I do too. I think I was surprised, Cordelia, that he had never used Gamsol. So I think he'll like it once he starts playing with it.
Yeah. Yeah, quite honestly, until I heard both you and Francie speak of it, I had never even heard of it. But I really do use alcohol markers more often for my coloring, and I don't watercolor very, very often. But
that's the medium I'm trying to pick up more. Like I'm trying to get my markers out just a little bit more than what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with any of these coloring mediums, like pencils and markers, we just have to commit to practicing and playing with them and be okay with if you make mistakes because it's just paper and you can start over. Like I think we just get so scared of not doing a good job,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. And even though I use alcohol markers a lot, I mean, I'm in no way would ever say that I am a great colorer, I am in awe of some of these people that I see, like Lisa Newman, who
Oh,
just rocked it.
yeah.
But, I mean, I practice. I think I hold my own. I'm much better with coloring when it's florals. I feel like that's where I really do a lot better.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think I would be very A-okay taking a little lesson from Miss Lisa Newman.
Oh my gosh, I know. She's amazing. I've hinted at that a few times, but she's never offered, so.
She's not picking up on the
She,
hints.
she doesn't take to subtlety very well.
Yeah. We just need to volunteer her.
Want to be like Lisa, teach us.
Yeah. I'll zoom in here for you guys too, just now that so you can see, like, it looks horrible coloring, right? Just scribbling in, and then you'll just see how I smooth this out with the Gamsol. I'm using kind of a bigger pencil, so I'm just being kind of, or a blending tool, so I'm just being kind of careful on not pushing down too much because it's a little bigger tool here.
Hi, Jana.
Well, hello, Jana. I have a blender from Prisma, but boy, does that smell bad. Well, like a blending, like, where's my blender? One of these, Cordelia? Like this blender? I'm like, mine doesn't smell, so I'm like sniffing my pencils here. Mary Alice is here. Hi, Mary Alice.
Hey, Mal. I didn't see her sneak in.
Didn't either.
This one here.
So what I like about this set though is it's kind of a 3-in-1. Like, you can cover how many seasons in one stamp set.
Yeah,
Which, from a bargain standpoint, like, I like that concept, you know?
absolutely. And honestly, I love the heart stamps. I actually did a design team project for next week using them. Yeah, they're just they're a lot of fun.
The hearts from this set you did for something for
Yeah,
next week? Oh.
yep, yep. And I used them without the cone, on their own, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with that.
The cone threw me off a little bit. Like, I literally had to sit and stare at it for quite a while to try to get some, like, creative juices going on the cone, because I'm like, I even had to do a little Googling on cone cards just to see.
Yeah,
I think part of it was just, like, from an A2 standpoint, it was like, it's tough to fit. It's great for slams. That's why I went with the fun fold too, just because um trying to get it to fit, with the
yeah,
cone. I wanted to do something with the cone.
yep, absolutely.
Zoom out a little bit. I always get off camera because I zoom in too far. So for this one, I just went back through what I'm doing now, and I just am tracing back around all the edges just to make this color pop a little bit more. I'm not going to go back and reblend after I do this. I'm just trying to make it all pop and have almost a little shadow to it around all the design.
Mary Alice, that's a cool idea. She suggested making the beach balls into pumpkins.
Oh, you could. Well, really, I mean, if you think about it, even without faces like pumpkins, you could just change the color of those for the season too, like orange and black and red and
Oh
green
yeah.
for Christmas, and then just change the sentiment too. Because you could probably make those into Christmas bulbs even.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a great idea. Yep. Melissa, I saw that autocorrect changed Gamsol to Hanson.
I saw that. I didn't read the whole thing, and then when I saw that, I was thinking more like Hanson the singing group.
Yes, thank you, Melissa. You just got bop stuck in my head.
Yeah, there we go. See, food in the song. Are they still around?
They are. They are still around. They still perform. They haven't released a ton of new music, but they did release some recently. I think within the past few years, I remember seeing them on a TV show. Never forget the time I was in the grocery store with a friend, and we're walking around doing our shopping, and I completely embarrassed her because the song Bop came on the supermarket music system. And I, of course, am walking around pushing my carriage, singing it out loud. And she kept hitting me and telling me to stop, and I didn't. I was having fun with that.
Well, they had songs that were just easy to like bop out to.
Yeah.
They were adorable. They actually were very adorable. I think they've grown up to actually be not so bad either.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Scary thing is they're not that much younger than we are.
No, they're not. That's why I'm like, are they still together?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're not going to get this out of our head. April's like, now you've got it in my head too.
You're welcome, April. We're all going to be thanking Melissa all night.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's only fair because I do that to Melissa on Sunday nights when we're live. I oftentimes will say a song and she'll be like, Walter, it's stuck in my head.
Yeah. Well, at least if I was going to pick a shape that didn't quite line up in my SVG is the eggs because it's easy fussy cutting.
There you go. That's what I liked about the beach balls. They fussy cut out really easily.
Yep. Right, Brenda?
Yes. Yep. They actually have a Christmas movie coming out, A Very Jonas Christmas. They're trying to get home in time for Christmas from a concert. Now, since it's a Christmas movie, yours truly will definitely be checking it out.
Right. All right, let's get some die cutting going here. All right, my die cut's behind me. They're another, that Jonas Brothers is another group though that let's just say they grew up quite nicely too.
Yes, they did.
Into nice young gentlemen, they did.
Yeah. And their music, I mean, I like their music. I mean, I don't listen to it all the time, but I don't mind it.
I agree. I totally agree. So these are just the two pieces from that elegant egg die. The centerpiece and now the frame itself.
Okay, now that those are colored, I'm going to show you something that y'all may already know this, and if you do, please forgive me. But what I like to do to try to add some highlights in, especially where I think the sun is going to be shining, is once I'm done coloring, I take my white gel pen and I scribble a little bit, but then I take my finger and I blend it in and down. And that lightens up a bit, but also kind of makes some streaks to make it look like there is a lightning going on there. So you may already know that. If you do, awesome. If not, you should try it.
So Melissa's calling you out on dancing to the Jonas Brothers in your unmentionables.
Oh my goodness. Wait a minute here. Well, you never know, Melissa. I do live alone, so I can do whatever I want.
I'm like, wait a minute. What story does she know?
Melissa starting rumors about me.
That you like the Jonas Brothers?
Well...
I really love this die set. This one, and then there's the rectangle one too. Yeah. I really like them.
I agree. I tend to use the rectangles more, but I love the edges. The only thing I hate is the weeding aspect of it, because you really have to have patience to go through and weed out all those little pieces.
All right, now I just want to show everybody what I did to my cone to get, where's my card? So if you look at my cone, lots of texture going on this cone, and here's what I did to do this. So I did the SVG for the cone. Then I just took a brown, a warm brown, cool brown. You could do yellow to make it more of those yellow sugar cones or whatever you wanted to do. This was more of a waffle cone. And I'm not going heavy on it at first. I'll go heavy around the edges. Once I get my color down, and then now I'm just going to go heavy on the edge. This one's getting kind of dry, I think.
Don't worry, Melissa. I know you're joking. I have a sense of humor. I can laugh at myself. Trust me.
She's now deflecting. Your sister said it, not me.
Of course, and I can't get upset with my sister on her birthday.
On her birthday, especially.
What kind of a slime ball would I be if I did that?
Right. Cordelia, so I'll show you the card here first. She said get closer to the cone. And you'll see how I'm going to explain. There's a couple steps to this cone. So this is just the SVG that I'm now coloring with the brown. Okay, a light coat, dark around the edges. Okay, that's first step. Second step is you're going to take now that garden trellis die, which I threw somewhere to get it out of my way. Anyway, the garden trellis die you're going to take, I just took a scratch piece of paper. Doesn't even matter how big it is, what size it is, and cut a piece of that garden trellis out. Okay. Then I just took and put it over top of my cone. Okay. Same brown. And now I'm just going real heavy. So I get that waffle weave kind of pattern. Okay. So that's step one. Step two is I took another scrap piece. You can just see this was a scrap piece of paper, right? I'm going to zoom out just a tiny bit again. Scrap piece of paper. Just put the die over top of this because I just needed a little piece. Then I just took a lighter color. Okay, but let me show you what I did. Before I ran it through, I colored it. And this is what I did to color it. You do not need to do a perfect blend on this whatsoever. So if I take a piece of scratch paper, I literally was like this, just tapping and blending and just getting color down because I wanted a very variance in color. Okay. Trellis die over top of that, die cut it, and then I get something like this with, get all this out of the way, all these little colored pieces. I did some of this off camera because around the edges where it goes off and you got to trim, and you'll see this, it's a little tedious. So I had to trim the little corners and things off to fit on top of my waffle pattern that I did with the garden trellis. All right, so I will now just place my whole pieces in there. Oh, before I did that, let me go back to this one. I took the cone on a block. I just stamped the top of it. Then I took masking. Sorry, Walter, I'm talking here a lot.
Oh, no, please go right ahead.
And I masked off that bottom. And I just stamped the top. And you'll see why here in a second. I'm going to get my head in here for a second and just stamp this top. Okay, so I'm just stamping the top. And then I took a Sharpie and a ruler, a fine point Sharpie. And I just made my side edge. I don't want that waffle in the middle, because it was just going to be too hard to try to line up with everything. All right. So far I have, get that to focus. So far I have that. Then I start laying these pieces over and gluing them down like that. And then we'll just finish gluing it. And I'll show you what I did just to retrace over those lines so you can see the outline of the top of the cone.
Oh, Christy, you're cracking me up, my dear.
What did she say? We got to go back up.
She happens to know that I'm also known to do Mr. Napkin Head from The Holiday. Jude Law does it. I don't know if you ever saw the movie.
I don't think I have.
Puts the napkin on his face and he like pretends like he's talking like he's Mr. Napkin Head for his kids. And so I have a tendency to do that. And she said she'll do better than me just dancing in my unmentionables. She'll add me with a napkin on my face dancing in my unmentionables.
Jesus. Hey, he lives alone in his apartment. He is allowed.
Exactly. Think of Hugh Grant in Love Actually. I can do that all the time if I want.
Right.
And maybe I do.
My neighbors sound like they're having quite the conversation right now. I can hear them plain as day coming through the walls. It's almost like the pizza parlor upstairs of Christopher.
Okay.
I'm having to get used to this apartment living.
Yeah. I get it. Living in an apartment as well. I totally get it. Okay, so now that I have my back panel on, I am going to put my shaker bits down, and I am going to just put them towards the center of the card for now so that they don't get caught up in any of the tape or anything. Then I will add my panel on top, my frame and panel. And I just have a lot of backing to take off of these foam tape strips. I love that movie, Sandy. It's such a great movie.
Okay, so now I've got my waffle pieces down. Now I'm going to restamp that top piece only so I can see the lines coming through those waffle pieces. So I just re-inked this and re-mask this off. Don't forget, if you need to do new tape because you got ink on your last one, because I made the mistake on the practice card and had to start over. And then you just line this up and stamp this down, and then I'll show you this tracing after we're done. So it's kind of an eyeball with the lines.
I agree, Cordelia. He certainly is. Cordelia said that that you're so clever, and I agree. And Christy said that your cone looks like a real waffle cone.
Well, I've got the texture of a one, so there you go. This one's actually not so bad. So what I did on my not practice card, demo card, whatever, is I had to take a little Sharpie and just retrace over some of these because it didn't stamp really well. This time it stamped actually pretty good. So I'm not gonna ruin it. I know if I touch it, I'm gonna ruin it.
So there I have my shaking element done. And this time it's not covering up my beach sand because I put it on the outside. Heather was like, I like it, but where's the washi strip? I'm like, yeah, you can't see it. It's covered up by the shaker bits.
Well, we've talked about this before. We always have to prep a card, an example card of what we're going to do, so that they have one for pictures and advertising and things prior to the live, and then we just recreate it again. But then every time we submit, Heather, you can tell she eyeballs it out, because then she's like, "Okay, you guys said you're using the watercolor. Where's the watercolor?" She keeps us in check. Let's just put it that way.
She does. Someone's got to keep us on our toes.
Yes.
Keep us honest. Oh, I'm glad that you hear it, Cordelia. Yeah, definitely some bits in there. And with that, I finished.
I have to put this on and then my sentiment, and I will be done.
Take your time. Yeah, for a sentiment, I didn't put one on the outside. This is the type of card that I would just put a sentiment on the inside. What I did different tonight versus my original is I just, like I said, put the washi strip on the outside, and I colored tonight's a little bit lighter than I colored the original in regards to the beach balls. But aside from that, essentially the same card.
Before I attach this, so I will explain this really quick. There's some construction of the card. So it's a 4.25 by 8.5. Technically, doesn't matter which way you crease your top flap. I did it the opposite way. The example I found was folded this way, so I'm doing it this way tonight versus having it fold from this corner. And then what you do, excuse me, is on my score buddy, I just lined up this corner to this corner, scored it, and then you crease it. 4x4 paper cut in half. I just cut it in half, and then I just two squares, and then I just flipped, because this is double-sided, I just flipped to what designs I wanted. And I just realized I forgot to do one piece of we'll do it quick. If I can let me see if I can take the washi off. If not, we'll just go over it. We're gonna go over it. Bummer. Let me grab a piece.
Sandi, did I use anti-static on my acetate? I did, but I had done it when I created my shaker, so you didn't see me do it. But yes, I did. Brenda, thank you. Thanks so much, Susan. Thanks for joining us. I hope you have a good night.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, thanks, Kate. Yeah. And, if you go to try one and you have any questions, don't hesitate. Shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram, whichever. Happy to answer questions.
My bunny piece, I just inked kind of a bluish teal and a pink. Essentially just creating my own designer series paper, really, when you think about it.
Hey, Scott. Scott's here, Shawn.
Hanson just performed recently. Oh, I did not realize that. So that was like a twofer on that one.
Yeah. Wow, I guess we missed out.
Right? He might still be... I'm assuming he's still hanging at the brewery. They're at the brewery this evening.
Ah. I was going to make a joke about that, but I will keep this rated PG and...
Yeah. Let's see, where's my...
Thanks, April.
Well, I must have put the Misty in a drawer. And I did.
Oh. I was going to say, didn't you just have it?
I did. I tend to sometimes put it on the top of the drawer if it's open. If I'm running out of space, and then I end up closing the drawer. So I just took the background bunny stamp. So I did a 4x4, ink blended, cut it corner to corner. Literally just laid that bunny stamp right over it.
Cordelia, you're funny.
What? Oh, which brewery?
Inquiring Minds. Oh, I remember those commercials from the 80s for the National Enquirer.
Oh, yes.
Inquiring Minds want to know. Like me. Oh, and Jim, you were the one that broke the news to me today about Polly Holiday passing. I had not known that until I saw you post that, and that's a part of childhood gone.
Who is that?
She played Flo in the sitcom Alice.
Oh, yeah.
She'd say, "Well, kiss my grits." I just realized I forgot to put my fallen snow on, so I'm going to do that now while Shawn is finishing up.
We both forgot something.
Yeah, and it's not too late because I just need to brush it onto my my beach balls.
We're just going to add another washi over my seam. Ah, there we go. So that was my little corner piece that I had put in there. And let's just do my sentiment. So this one really is only, you could do here's a scoop of happiness just for you. There's also have an extra cool spring. And that's the one that I did for my card. And so we'll just do that one. And I just made it pretty much the size of the sentiment because you just need just enough to make an easel, or easel stop, I guess it's called.
Yes, Flo of all characters. And Linda Lavin passed just a couple of months back, and she played Alice for those who maybe didn't recognize the name. And I mean, she was a huge talent, such an amazing singer.
That was such a great show.
It was. You know, every now and then I'll come across a channel that has reruns playing, and I mean, I just laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cordelia, I do like grits. A restaurant here makes an amazing shrimp and grits dish that is just delicious. So it has the shrimp on top, but it also has some chopped up bacon and some sausage.
Ooh.
And cheese.
Jeez.
and diced tomatoes and the grits. It is so good. Yes, she did, Jim. I watched that series. It was pretty good. And I do like how they incorporated her actual death into the show. I thought that it was very touching the way they handled it.
Oh, that's right. I remember she was the mother.
Yeah. Yep, Nathan Lane's mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to check it out because I adore Nathan Lane. He is hysterical.
All right, let's see. One last thing now to point out if you're constructing this. Lay your card down. Before you glue this down, you want to figure out which way you need to glue this, because normal card, it's either going to go this way and you're going to read the sentiment, or you're going to go this way and read the sentiment. But this card is made to stand up. So stand it up, then line up your frame. Tilt this like so. You're only going to glue this to the bottom flap like I'm holding it now. So when you lay this down, do not glue it to the top piece here. You're just going to glue it to this bottom piece. So what I do is I kind of eyeball a line and put my fingers there, and then I'm going to glue this bottom piece down. And I just tilt mine just slightly because of the way the frame is. So now when I lay this down, you're going to look at the card this way. They open it, and there you go.
Nice.
So that is tonight's version.
Love it.
Where's my other one? So you can kind of see on this one, I opened it the opposite way. So if it's laying down, do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go either way. You're just lining it up, basically. When you glue this down, just line it up standing up, basically. All right. There we go.
Awesome. Great, great card.
Thank you all so much. So we can go up to the face cam here.
Thanks, Penny.
All right. Don't forget, you guys, the new kind of featured products. So you've got the 3 for tonight. And then there's additionals that we have. We will make sure they're listed. I know Penny's been throwing them up in there as we've used them. So yeah, hopefully you guys like the new concept of just having a couple featured for you, and then you can add on what you want to add on for what we use. So hopefully that's just a little more appealing, and we appreciate you all. Yeah, Susan, it's considered I think it's an easel card or a tent card. I think it's an easel. It's the true form of it. So yeah, yep. Just searched Funfold and found the easel, and we're gonna make that work for the cone.
Yeah, and you know what? I make easel cards that are more like a tent card, but I end up calling them an easel card because they're standing and
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I end up using those terms interchangeably. So
Yep, same. I mean, it's a tent or an easel, either one. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.